Good morning. Welcome. The whole difference it looks when one sits is if you wait for something or not. If you wait, then there is a tomorrow. And if there is a tomorrow, there is a today and a yesterday. Mm-hmm. If you don't wait, there's nobody to wait. So it's a matter of falling in love, and that you don't know how you fall in love, but to fall in love with what is always there, regardless of waiting. Mm-hmm. And there's an enlightenment that is has this quality glue that it's beyond. Good luck if you wait for that. So, any question about this? Any difficulty? Something? Tell me. Yeah. Could we have a mic? Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know where to start. So I had this thought as you were speaking that it's so. I mean, I don't know how to speak.
You wait. You are waiting. No.
I see that what you say, and all of my old habits and talkings, everything is just saying that it's ridiculously so simple, mm-hmm. and I'm kind of I don't know where really.
But the ridiculous is too much.
Yeah, I know.
It's so simple, yeah.
Because
there is already a judgment,
yes,
unsatisfaction, because the mind makes out what is so simple,
yeah.
After so many years of complications.
Yeah. So it's and.
Mm-hmm.
It's the difficulties. It's just shades and so it's not really
shades.
Shade. Shadows. Oh, I don't know. This
shadow?
Is. I'm sorry.
If there is the sun, you need some shadow. It's automatically there is a shadow. There is no difficulty with that. If you know Naturally, if the sun appears, there will be light and shadow. Hmm? You see, we pass our life in trying to describe the creation, what is manifested, and especially, of course, personally manifested. Mm. While in satsang, one is attracted to come because he has seen quite a lot about that. If I go to the light, no, let's first say, if I go to the darkness, of course, I'm not happy. But if I go to the light, at some point I'm also unsatisfied, for example. So, in satsang, there is another direction proposed or shown. Of course, you will always be unsatisfied if you base yourself on this creation, because it's dual. Dual. Creation is dual. Otherwise, it would not appear. And so, your real nature, find out what's your real nature, to be freed from a so-called real suffering. You may still suffer in the body, even in the mind circumstantially and in the emotions circumstantially, but it goes as everything else. You will not feed it because it's real. So that's why it's precious to know who you really are, which is not of the realm of what can be grasped by the senses, by the memory, emotions and concepts. So there is nowhere to go. If you have no means, there is nowhere to go. So fall in love with that. Or if you are not yet falling in love, know how precious it is. Trust this lineage of the wise who say so. And then it will become your own fact. Can be at once, just now. Can be at any time.
I even wonder that I'm speaking.
But it's nice, I could tell that. If it is not for you, it's for the air.
No,
Doesn't matter.
I put even down the mic to hear you. So because
Yeah, nice. I'm happy you spoke, it's good. But it's good to be freed from the tyranny of the speech.
yes,
Yeah?
yes. I just
Yeah.
So this is just really, I mean, this grasping thing. That I see that it's very old.
Everybody is born with
only this.
capability. Yeah, good to see.
Only the
Good.
habits are here.
Huh?
Only the habits are here, like something, you know.
Something, yeah. That's how we took a birth, huh? We grasped.
But who is grasping?
No, not who is grasping, but who am I? Who is grasping? You spent millions of years here in trying to define who is grasping. Who am I? Once it's asked, could be once for all. Because there is no grasping there. It's behind.
I see something. When you spoke, or was it during the silence or whenever, I was thinking that satsang or no satsang, it's actually all the same.
Mm-hmm. That is real satsang. I don't care about the names. Good. No, be there.
These days, sometimes came to my mind this, what you said in one satsang, that realize yourself and then learn to live from it. And I was just, I was just thinking that there is no learning or...
I knew that you would fight words. You see, myself, when I hear that, I say, well, today I would not speak like that. But at the time, sometimes you just don't say maybe the proper word, but it works. But now if you start to analyze every word, it's true. Learning, I never say anybody to learn, isn't it? So it was just said circumstantially like this. Today I will not speak like this, sure, but who cares? Okay. If you see, I see, Papaji gave me so much freedom also about that, because himself, when he speaks, when he's inspired, he speaks with inspiration. And who cares if he uses words which looks like a path or a doing or whatever? from where he speaks, we know very well it's not about that word, but at the same time, it's very inspiring. Because what it means make your life, means naturally your life will be that. Huh? So you see, it's interesting. Yeah, behind. Maybe old. Then it will be beer. Yes.
I would like to speak until I don't want to speak because it's.
Then. After 3 minutes, you are free to do whatever you like. Okay.
Yeah, okay, because I don't care. I mean, I really.
You don't care.
It's just too much things. So, could you tell me about the jealousy?
Yeah! The self, your real nature. Look, I will listen well, Mira. Is very jealous because it wants to be by itself. Doesn't want to have some side beloved ones. Everything is beloved, is owned, he owns, is jealous.
I'm the best then.
You're the best, what?
Because I'm so jealous.
Well, put your energy of jealousy towards its source. Let it have no object. Hey, there is nothing to laugh about it. Let it have no object. Then be jealous.
Because it comes and goes. I'm so jealous of her now.
Because she said that.
Yeah.
You could have said it too. When you sleep, you are not jealous. When you sleep, there is no object. It's the object which can create this feeling.
If someone is more
No, anything.
Okay.
Anything. As an object.
Yeah.
So. And if you still are jealous by nature, okay, this body-mind is jealous. Who am I? Who am I? It's a theater. In theater, they must have some scenes of jealousy. Otherwise, there is no theater. Huh? But are you the theater piece? You see, you look at it, you experience it in the body-mind, which is in the theater as an actor. But who is aware of that? What is aware of that? And from there, you don't need to be a doer. It appears, it doesn't appear. There is no body to control. Or you put your jealousy into your symbol of what you want to be, then you will be like it. You'll be so jealous of one who is an ideal for you that you become that. It's also a good trick after all. Yeah.
I have an idea about something. I'll try to explain it.
Yeah, sure.
So when I meditate on, on self-inquiry, when I
Yeah,
turn my awareness inwards,
yeah,
I have this idea that it is something very, very deep inside of me.
yeah,
Like to say there is the universe outside, and
Yeah.
that's like endless, and then on the other side there is somewhere very, very, very deep.
Yeah.
There is the reality of the source. Or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
But and then I always think that, oh, but I'm only just here on my forehead, and I don't go to the source. I just stay on the surface.
yeah.
But I just wonder, is that just like, why are you thinking about surface and depth?
Because your mind is working and you listen to it. It's true. You see, as long as we think it is, even when we say inside, it's a help, because then you don't put your energy and movements outside. Somehow there is a help there. But once you are inside, the mind will invent something else. It's deep. It's so deep that somehow you never reach it, because the depth is always deeper. You see? But why one has got those feelings, those experiences? It's because you locate yourself somewhere. You said it in the mind here. You see, because you are used to work with that in the world. So, but this location is very relative. It may work for many things in the world, but here it's not the right location, because you see who you are as no location. It includes all the location. So the source is right here, regardless of depth or not. So they are past impressions, you see, because I felt, since I feel my base is somewhere, it's different for everyone. It's more the body, you probably it's more there. So because of the location, there will be like seemingly real feelings. Oh, it's far because I know the near, or it's very near, then I put it far. I feel superficial, so it has to be very deep, because I don't have it yet. I'm not yet that, because of concepts. Simply because of concept. And that is a concept. Can you think of depth if you remove the experience of superficiality?
I don't know how to remove it.
Don't like it? Don't like it?
Don't like it.
Or don't give value to that for once, because you hear it will not be in superficiality nor in depth.
So when this whole story starts, I just
discard it.
Go with it.
No, let it play its thing, because anyway it appeared, so it has a span of life. But don't give any reality to those impressions. You see? It's very important. And so be as you are. The moment you don't give any importance, you are left where you are.
Thank you.
Ganga,
Where? Yeah, hi.
in the last month,
Mm.
I felt a lot of fear from dying,
Yeah.
and actually in the very moment as well, but I can't really face it. Something is so afraid, like I read the story of Ramana and to give up on it, but I cannot. Whenever I try, it really gets into my mind. And
There is some
the fear is
kind.
getting stronger and stronger.
But you face it because you speak of it. You know what is in you, that fear of that, so you face it. Isn't it?
There's something, maybe I face it, but something's still holding on it, or I don't know.
Yeah, we come to that. You face it, so it's not that you cannot face it. But what has to be done then is not to face it. Means it's an experience as anything else. Why should I give value to that? Maybe it was good for Ramana, maybe for you it's better. Okay, I am afraid of that, I face it, I know. And instead of saying how to be freed from that, you just see that you are the seer. You are not what you look at. Now. Do it now. Because it's that Ramana realized. I am the seer. All the rest are impressions, as I just said, you see, more or less intense according to our past. Just impressions, and impressions is manifestation, is expression.
Thank you.
The body, you see, can react very strongly to impressions, even, and of course if the body does, emotions come, and then the mind builds more. But they are just impressions. Don't be tyrannized by impressions. And they will get, I don't say less intense, but they will lose their reality. Must be that they lose something which makes you not anymore search for something else. Once you know that's an impression, only I am not that. And you keep quiet means you are what you are. Leaving that play going on by itself and disappearing by itself. It was very amazing. I saw that with someone dear to me who was dying. The body reacts a lot. For example, in that case, you see the basic whatever is glued to the psychic but I could see this was happening, but that one was already in nothing happens. Nothing ever happened. That's what you are. So you have not to be impressed by even the intensity of reactions. At least a split second, at least such a radical moment that print, that effect of being freed from the tyranny will last all your life. A print of the freeing the tyranny. You see, you have to be able at some point, if you come to satsang, if you even search without the satsang, you have to be able at some point to say, it's lost. It was good. Well, something comes, but it was betterly expressed. Anyway, that I live from where I am. I don't live from where I feel. I don't live from where I think, but I live from where I am. Yes.
I have a bit of a confusion because
Sorry. Yeah.
because I see the grasping and
And also I have this idea that
It's poison, it's poison. When you know it's poison, will you again and again drink there? You understand? No. Grasping is poison. For now. After, where is the poison? What does it mean? Nothing. But now, yourself say, I suffer from grasping. So it's poisonous for you. It makes you suffer. So it's an illusion, but you believe in it. What will not be poison for the one who thinks he really suffers is to go back to its source. From where do I come from? Rather than to be fascinated, hypnotized by the poisons. That's what I say, fall in love. Be attracted so much from where I come from. And for that, you will have to make probably a tremendous effort in the beginning. And then you are in the spell, you love yourself. And who cares then? Maybe it's worth. It's worth. Or know that the one who suffers is not the one, it's not my nature, it's not the one really I am. You can choose. It's up to you. Mm. Any hypnotic something will manipulate you, you know. It will be your dictator. So be careful. And be careful, there are quite a few ways. Go back from where you come from where all disappeared. If you can't, just see that you are aware of what's going on, and I will not go there again, you know. It gives me, I suffer because of that. And remain quiet where you are left at the moment of that kind of vigilance or whatever. There are many. Pick up a trick which is good for you. But it will surely not feeding in the movement of feeding what you have done so far. It will be opposite, or simply not opposite, simply I never went anywhere. It was an illusion. As you like.
can want something else. In the life, I can want something else. I mean, if I...
What do you... I
cannot want to be myself. I can want things in the life.
I don't say that, you see. You see, we are together now.
Yeah.
And you can do what I say anywhere. And how much time it takes? A moment. I don't think it's even a minute, our exchange. So, the rest is time. And time is desires, attachment, curiosity. You pick up this, you think of that, you feel this. This is the life. That continues, that will always continue. But this moment is to allow you to see, in reality, I am not all this. I'm not only all this. And what I am is not expressed. Its expression is in the life. There is no other expression of it. But I have to know. Purely means we saw the form, we saw the name. What I am for a split second, I have to realize that. That's what I indicate. I don't ask you to live in a certain way. You live as you like. But I want you to fall in love with this because it will root out your so-called suffering. That's called to be liberated. Liberated while alive. Because your real nature is liberation itself. It includes everything. It's already there. It's just veiled by our beliefs. I suffer because of this and because of that. And the satsang is to have this split second of removal of everything. That opportunity is there. You can do it once you know the direction. You can do it anywhere. Dedicate a split second anywhere. So that print, that reality will become even alive. It is that itself also. And then you will never speak like you do now. Because you see, if you think, oh, then I have not to go to this and that, then we have all to be in caves. And even in the cave, many things happen. You know, it's always like that. You go to restrict it. We are in Alfambrash, where in the beginning, so, there is absolutely nothing happening here, but we liked it. Then there is really nothing happening. And then slowly, of course, there is a lot happening. Then you think that going to cave, there is nothing happening, which is also not true. There is no place in this manifestation where nothing happens. So it's not the way. So live your life better, simple, if it is possible, and dedicate a moment to this. And that will make the rest work. Because then you are no more the doer thinking you are so proud that you can manage with your life. That will take care. In that way, that sentence is beautiful, you see. If you are that takes care. Because life itself is that. So, You see, read the life of the masters, read the life of those who know what they speak about this subject, and you will see. Maybe they have a simple life, but simple life means also complications, you know. And you will see, it's not about the life they lead. And every life of each one is very different. It's not about the life, it's not about the expressions which will happen through the body and that we see. It's about from where they live, from where they are. Something you like to hear more or less?
This is about life. I'm sorry, but as we are somehow on this topic, it's attached to my person. I say it like this: is a whole stupid drama with the father of my child, and my person every time gets furious and frustrated about these things, and I cannot help it, and I wish I could. But can I just,
Doesn't matter. It will go the moment you see. It doesn't matter if you are furious. One can be furious. Why not? I mean, it's part of also the expression of the self.
Yeah, there it is. It just I would like to be something else for my daughter's sake. So
I know, but to be furious is not on your daughter. She's not concerned with that. It's on the other one. It happens. It happens. I laugh at myself. You see, be at peace with expressions, and then they will manifest when circumstances are such, but they will also disappear when circumstances go. So be at peace. So, is it time for a chai or not? Yeah. Hi.
My question is, when you say be at peace with expression, is there no place where we should not react? Like, if there's anger arising, is there not a place where I just keep it as an anger in myself, like allow it to be but not express it?
But you will explode then.
So should it always be expressed?
It's not your choice. Be yourself. That's more important. And the rest, you have no control. Even if you would ever love to be so detached and quiet as an expression, don't worry, it will fail. Be yourself. Be who you are. Investigate. Don't investigate about those things. Investigate who I am in fact, and then
Thank you.
I saved you from exploding. You see, as human beings, we are limited, so of course everybody has different degrees of tolerance for things. It's very relative. And this you cannot change much. But what's essential is to know who you are. Am I what I can describe? No. It's part of myself, of course, it's an expression. But who I am in reality will never be limited by an expression. Yeah.
I just wanted to say something, and I see that then again I do something, I touch.
Okay, good you see it. So, will you touch more? Just now, no. Very good. Very good. No, 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 no. Where do you go? When you don't touch, what a freedom. Don't fall into sadness or whatever. Then you touch something else. Just to realize who you are. Allow yourself that gift of life. Hmm? It's a gift of... What an incarnation! To be preoccupied by liberation, imagine. What an incarnation! It's rare. And you have it. I just maybe have to remind you. You have an incarnation because you wanted to hear this. All the rest is secondary. You remember? Thank you very much.